My life began the way most people's do. I was born into the lives of a loving couple, my mom and dad. Everything started out normal. The three of us lived together, and from what I've seen in pictures, everything was great. But I have no memory of my parents being married. I can't even remember a time when my parents haven't been separated. My mom and dad divorced when I was just 3 years old. This is such a big part of my life, but I've never really thought of it as being a part of who I am until now. I was born into the world to two loving parents that happened to stop loving each other. Our union as a family seemed to just fade away. When my parents got divorced, I don't even think I realized something was wrong. I still got to see both of them, just not at the same time. I still to this day have no clue how I was feeling about the situation. How does a child react to their parents just divorcing and changing my life in such a big way? I can only assume it was better for me to not see my parents fight any longer and have it be peaceful. I always felt as a child different. I knew something was strange about the situation, and I often questioned what had happened between my parents that they suddenly didn't love each other anymore, and what it meant about my personal self worth. I remember my mom and dad talking badly about each other to me constantly. Every time one of them would be upset about the other, I would have to hear about it. It's not exactly nice to hear bad things being said about one of your parents from your other parent. I had always thought family is supposed to be nice to each other, so hearing that was something I felt really insecure about. Oftentimes I would be upset and wish I had parents like my friends' parents, happy and in love. But alas, that wasn't my story then, and it still isn't now. As the years went on, I started realizing that I really was a happy child. If my parents being divorced was the worst thing to happen in my life this far, I was fine with it. Luckily, I've been able to balance out the situation and lead a happy life. For me, the divorce wasn't something that ruined my life, but a factor that changed how my life might have been. To this day, I'm still well connected with both my mom and dad and understand that just because their marriage didn't work out doesn't mean that either of them did anything wrong, and they'll always put my well being first. Not all relationships are meant to last, as I've found in my own life, but luckily my parents got something good out of it, and that's me.